You're now tuned into Kofi's Universe, since you're just sitting on Uranus. This is the #1 YouTube channel for hip-hop culture news, informed black social issues, song reaction videos, and even comedy. So be sure to like this post, and if you haven't already subscribed, do so right about now. Razzcast.
And Scott, who were you at that point? Because Dre was already Dre, but you weren't known at that point. I know you were with the Roots, but at this point, Dre was here. Where were you?
It's you should have your headphones on, man. I was the producer's producer. No, I mean, like, honestly, I started in the Roots and did a lot of stuff for them. Very underappreciated, and I was the guy who, like, again, came up with a lot of the nucleus of what that shit was. And I left the group and was told that I was like the Pete Best of the Roots. You know, Pete Best is the guy that quit the Beatles.
Left the Beatles, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, even my girlfriend, like, broke up with me because of that and said, oh, you fucked up and this and that. I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I see bigger. I'm not going to go on the road with a bunch of guys that don't appreciate me and be like, that's the white guy who plays keys in the Roots. So no, I'm the fucking guy coming up with all the shit.
They didn't appreciate you.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, they called me the White Devil. And I'm like the most harmonious, loving, non-racist person ever. And, like, it just hurt me. I was like,
how'd you meet him? How'd you link up with him? Because I work out to one of the songs from Roots.
Yeah,
the one that you did.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't made for the Roots. That song, after I left the Roots, they realized, I guess, that they needed me still. And I was, you know, I got my own little studio in this place called Sigma Sound where all the, like, disco stuff was recorded.
This is where? What city?
In Philly.
Okay.
And they record there downstairs. So, of course, they come upstairs and they're like, you got anything? And they saw I was working with this girl. I'm working with a girl who at the time worked at Urban Outfitters. And now she's one of the most legendary neo-soul legends, Jill Scott.
Of course.
So Jill Scott was not an artist. I was like, yo, you should be an artist. You're awesome. She was, like, working at Urban Outfitters and doing an off-Broadway rendition of Rent. And Questlove came in and heard what we were making. And he said, oh, I got to have this. And that was You Got Me, the song you like to work out to. And they told me, like, when I gave it to them, I was like, make sure Jill stays on it. And at the last minute, they switched it to Erykah Badu.
Huh.
But Jill wrote it.
Erykah Badu.
When I went to tell, like, the people in the Roots that, like, I was still, like, talking to, sort of that I was going to work with Dre, they were like, you working with Dre 10 years too late, bro. Good luck. Like, yeah, and we went on the run of runs.
Did they really
lit
say
up?
that?
Yeah, they're just all haters.
What happened to those guys?
No, I mean, they're on the Jimmy Fallon show as a house band.
The Roots, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to just dog them out, like, whatever. That was a part of my journey.
Same group, yeah. Can you pull them up, Rob? They're on Jimmy Fallon every single night.
Yeah.
But do they make new stuff, or it's just they're playing whatever that they're playing?
I don't know. You wouldn't know that one.
I don't know. Like, I mean, they play a lot of, like, cool music.
What year? And Scott, who?
YouTube salute. Scott Storch gave his reason why him and the Roots went their separate ways, or why he left the Roots to pursue his producing journey with Dr. Dre and kind of branch off and have his own name. All right, let's talk about it. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video. Hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. I don't have nothing to say too much about Scott Storch. Like, I'm not going to disrespect him and say he's lying or that's some bullshit, because I don't know what's really going on. I never heard Black Thought or Questlove talk about this situation. And if they did, can somebody please inform me, as far as, like, send me a clip and maybe I can do a video about that. But Scott Storch, I mean, he did some great tracks with the Roots, like, especially, you know, with the production. He helped out a lot. So we will give him that. You know, he ventured out when he left. He linked up, he did the Still Dre beat for Dr. Dre on the Chronic 2001 album. The Lean Back, but Fat Joe and Remy Ma. 50 Cent Candy Shop, that was off the Massacre album. Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River. Chris Brown, Run It, featuring Joel Santana. Let Me Love You. Mario, Me, Myself, and I, Beyonce. You Got Me, The Roots. featuring Erica Badu, and that's interesting. He said Jill Scott should have been on that. We don't know all that right now. I'm not going to say he's lying, but I don't know. Make It Rain once again. Fat Joe. Um, he did more tracks. He did some more tracks. I believe he did tracks with what's it with of course he did Naughty Girl. He did Baby Boy for Beyonce. He did a lot of stuff for Beyonce, Dre, Lil Wayne, Fat Joe. I believe even Rick Ross. He even did some stuff for Rick Ross too. You know, a lot of people don't know that, but did he make the right decision? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. He did the right thing for himself. I ain't knocking him. Make your money, homie. Make your money. I ain't gonna never stop somebody from making their money, but that that interviewer, man, he just trying to start shit. He's just trying to start shit, whatever, because it seems like he wasn't even tripping too much about the situation. I think he was explaining the situation, and it is what it is from there. But the interviewer seemed like they was trying to get like some drama, like, yeah, he got a problem with the roots, y'all, and then try to like downplay, undermine the roots of what they're doing now. What they're doing now, like it's almost like they don't exist no more because of Scott Storch is not a part of the roots no more. Everybody's doing their own thing. Like you said, um, Saturday Night Live, other stuff they've been doing, movies, films, Black Thought, speaking at universities, he's putting out projects, and everybody's just moving. Everybody's just moving, and people, it's their journey. So I don't want to say too much. I know he said, I don't want to be the white guy from the group, whatever. He can feel how he want to feel. That's whatever on that situation. But for me, I would like to hear Questlove and Black Thought respond to this interview if they ever got a chance. Not to say they're gonna get on IG and say something. It might be they might be interviewed by somebody, and somebody might ask them, "Did you hear what Scott Storch said?" And they might say no or yes, or I want to hear what they gotta say and what really happened. Until I hear that, then I'm gonna go in. Post your comments below. Hulk smash Black Panther the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. You want to support, donate to the channel, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.